Warning, what you're about to witness is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Some of you may be hurt. Some of you may not believe me. But at the end of the day, I don't give a f***. Enjoy.
Hello. Long time no see. Welcome back to another episode of the best podcast in the world. I am your boy. Welcome to the new crib, by the way. I know you can't really see it, but just know that this is a new and improved crib of mine. That's why if it sounds like there's an echo, I just moved in here yesterday and it's still empty, so. But anyways, I'm gonna run through what y'all came here for. The whole point of this episode is to really answer a lot of questions and to rid a whole bunch of confusion because in case you guys didn't know, I am a single man. I have been single now since 2021, one of those years, anyways. And I haven't really been looking into dating again. And I don't know. I just don't think I could see myself going through another relationship again. And the whole point of this is for me to sit here and break down to y'all why. So let's go back to, let's not even go to middle school. Let's just go to high school. So my relationship track record in high school, I had, two girlfriends. I had two girlfriends. One my freshman year and then one my sophomore year. And then that was it. My relationship freshman year ended on a good note. It ended okay. My sophomore year relationship ended really, really differently. And I think that began to be kind of the downfall of how I looked at relationships. Because this was really, a lot had happened in the sophomore relationship. Like good and bad things had happened, but I think that kind of, it hurt. It hurt. It hurts when any relationship ends, but I think my first one that I actually took somewhat serious, and then for it to end, because this is my issue. My issue is my relationships, I want them to be long. I don't want no 6 months, no 8 months. No, I'm looking for years, baby. And the thing is with that, and it's maybe just because at the time back then I was really, really young, but I'm just like, even still today, I feel like a lot of people in my age group really aren't looking for that right now, and that's completely fine. But anyway, so the way that relationship ended my sophomore year is it was the first time I think I ever was hurt. And I was hurt really, really bad. So I think the gap from my sophomore year relationship to a relationship I had during COVID, that was a big gap. Because I took a really big gap because that really had some effects on me. I mean, I'm over it now, but that's when I started to look at relationships differently. Because like I said, I was raised to always respect. I have nothing but respect for all women. I love all women. I have nothing but respect for any of them. So I think my thing is too, I really think that I told y'all this was go get kinda, but I think my thing is I have a thing for for damaged people. And I'm sorry, but um, I'm all my girlfriends. I'm looking for somebody who I can help, somebody who I can make a better person, somebody who I can. But then it's like always a slap in the face because it's like, dude, you should have just let her be. And I think that's one of my personal problems is that I think I go for people that I want to help, or people that I want to shape into a better person. But anyway, so the gap between sophomore year to my relationship during COVID, that was a big gap. If you think about it, it was 2017 sophomore year. It was 2020 when we got together. So that was what, 4 years? I'm sorry, it was 3 years. My math is off. But anyways, yeah. So as far as the process of getting into my relationship during COVID was, now that I look back on it, I really, really think I should have just left it alone from the get-go. Now, don't get me wrong. Never mind, just hear the story. So, from the get-go, I had been trying to talk to said person for years. Like, I'm talking freshman year of high school. So, finally, senior year, she decided to give me a chance. It was really, really weird because it started off as we were friends, we were cool, but and then it was like real weird. It was like, okay, we was hanging out, but you would never text. Then it was like, it was like I was putting in more effort because shit, I thought you liked me. So it was like, once I finally I'd never forget that certain situation. I had asked said person after we had hung out, we had kissed, all that. I had asked said person, do you want to be my girlfriend? This is something that still sticks to my mind to this very, very day. So we're having a conversation. I said, well, do you want to be my girlfriend? A response, no cap, was, well, you're going to have to ask my dad first. Now, Chad, listen, right then and there, I should just, but when I tell you, bro, when I like somebody, I am like stuck to that person. And that's what really be killing me, is I really stick to that person. So yes, that I was very, very hurt because I'm like, you're giving me mixed signals. I thought you liked me too. I thought, we were about to, and it really did kind of hurt me. I'm not gonna lie. But so then I'm like, you know what, man, fuck this. I'm like, I give up. Obviously, she doesn't want to be with me. I'm not gonna keep pressuring this girl to be with me. So sure enough, after I gave up, she was like, oh, well, do you want to be my boyfriend? And I think we should date. And nowadays, I'm thinking I should be like, well, you should gotta ask my mom first. But me being the sucker for love that I am, I immediately say yes. So we started dating. And this was my longest relationship. And probably the relationship that held some of the best moments, but it was one of the worst ending relationships, I think, in history. I'm just not even in my history. I think in anybody's history, this might be the worst ending. And this is a story that I have not told a lot of people. but I am going to go in detail right now. So, it was a point in time where I was giving more energy than she was. And I'm telling her, oh, you look good, or oh, this, or oh, that, or I love you, blah, blah, blah. And it got to a point where she was telling me, like, we were arguing over, well, I'm always telling you I love you, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing it, and you're not saying anything. And it was because I got to a point where I felt like it was not only me. And let me tell y'all why. So this said girl loved her to death, may or may not still love that girl to death. No, I'm just playing. But listen, so I taught the girl how to drive. I got her jobs. I bet you still to this day, she probably still dressed like me and listen to the music that I put her on. I mean, like, for real, for real. It was literally like a splitting image of me. Like, it was crazy, but I liked it. So I just think that from the get-go, where we messed up at was, I think we moved too fast in our relationship. Because we had got our first factory job together. That was cool. That first job wasn't that bad. It was just that anytime we got into it, it'd be kind of weird. But let's fast forward to our second job we got together. It got to a point where my mom had got sick. She got COVID real bad. And they let me go from where we was working at because I was like, my family's more important than this job. But I would still pick her up from work because she didn't know how to drive yet. This is before I taught her how to drive. So I would go from my house. Mind you, my mom lives on, well, the time I was living with her at the time. We lived on one side of the town. It took me 25 minutes to get where she was. So not only was I picking her up, I was taking her to her house and then going back home, right? So, it's one night, I keep calling her. I'm calling her, check on her. But see, me and her used to always get into it. We used to get into it because when I was still working at this job, now I'm not the type to go through phones, but something just kept telling me, like, bro, you need to look at her phone. And sure enough, she was texting some dude. She was texting dude saying, oh, I love you. I've always loved you. And, I can't wait to be your girlfriend. And I'm just like, okay. But the thing is, well, yeah, we broke up because of that. But the thing is, I loved her so much. And I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can call me crazy. But when y'all are in love, y'all do crazy stuff. Right then and there, I should have just been like, we're done. But I didn't. So after, fast forward to back to when they let me go. Same job though, same job. I'm picking her up. And she's always walking out with this dude. But it's a dude and a girl. And it's just it's just all three of them. I'm just like, man, why every single time you come out, it's only you talking to that dude? And she's always telling me, oh, my friend and him, they date. That's why we all walk out together. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. Because I'm not thinking. Like, I'm just like, all right, cool. And it just kept coming out with the dude. Kept coming out. And it got to a point where it was just her and him coming out. Just her and him coming out. It's coming out together. Just her and him. And the friend was all the way in the back. So of course I asked her, why all of a sudden, if your friend is dating the dude, why are y'all walking out together? And my thing was, I'm always tripping. I'm not gonna say that I was perfect in this relationship, because yes, I used to flip. Yes, I used to start arguments, but nothing compares to what I'm about to get to by the end of this video. So, and it was weird because she used to always just get in the car. I used to look at her, try to kiss her. No, she's not never doing none of that. She used to wait till I used to pull off to, hug me and tell me, hey, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just like, man, what is going on? So eventually, I started getting my suspicions because sure enough, I pull up one day. If y'all know I got the brand hustle season. Back when I was doing hustle season, I was giving her shit for free. I mean, you my girl, you gonna get the hustle season shit. So, I gave her this badass hustle season jacket. It was probably one of the coldest jackets I ever did. It was red. It was a nice jacket. So, she wore the jacket to work. And I came to come pick her up, and she didn't have her jacket on. Sure enough, guess who has the fucking jacket on? The nigga that she's walking out with. So now I'm mad. Okay? So now when she gets in the car, she completely ignores the fact that this nigga has my fucking jacket on. I did not want to cuss this podcast episode, but thinking about it now just pisses me off again. This nigga had on my fucking jacket. So when she gets in the car, I ask, why the fuck does that nigga have my jacket on? You're tripping. He was cold. Blah, blah, blah. That's the thing. I was always tripping. Overthinking to the point where I started thinking, am I overthinking? And 99.9% of the time, chat, I was not overthinking. So we're arguing, of course. Because now you done played me not once, but twice at the same fucking job. You're telling some dude that you, I didn't even tell you. She ended up going out with the dude. When I finally talked, like, I didn't confront him. Because I'm like, man to man, if you didn't know, I ain't mad at you. So finally, I got his stuff. I'm texting him like, yo, bro, blah, 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 it's my girlfriend, yada, yada, yada. So, at this point, I'm hurt because I done put all this time into this girl. I love this girl. I want to have a future with this girl, but you're playing in my face. You're playing in my face right now because not have you done this once, but you've done it twice in the matter of a couple months. So finally, when I really find out who the dude is, like I said, I don't confront him because you didn't know, bro. So I just I text him like, yo, he's like, can you call me? So I called. And man, the shit this nigga told me, still to this day, it upsets me because he's like, oh, she told me that you were her cousin picking her up and all this stuff. And I didn't know because I wouldn't have took her to Grand Rapids on no date. So you telling me, you're lying to me, having me drop you off at this job, saying you gotta go to work. But in reality, you got this man coming to pick you up from there. So y'all can go to Grand Rapids and go on a date. But I'm supposed to be your boyfriend? Okay. So, of course, it was the I don't want to say narcissist, but it was almost like anytime I said something, it was like, well, you're not doing this, and you're not doing that, and you're not doing this, so I'm looking for it elsewhere. So then hearing that, you're kind of like, damn. I used to beat myself up for that, like, damn, man, like, come on, bro, tighten up, bro. Get your shit together, man, so she don't gotta cheat no more. So I'm, at this point, I'm blaming myself. I'm blaming myself because, I'm just like, man, like, I can't believe, I can't believe that I'm, really fucking this relationship up. So at this point now, I'm blaming it on me. Um, so of course, me and her end up getting back together. The the type of arguments that we used to have used to be so harsh. The shit, I'm not gonna lie, from both of us that we used to say to each other used to be so harsh. Cause she knew personal shit about me and I knew personal shit about her. So anytime we got into an argument, we were just throwing shots. And that was also mentally fucking crazy for, I believe, both of us. Because I was already trying to process, because every time we would get into an argument, I would just think, you cheated on me. Not once, but twice. And I'm just like, but I forgave you once, and then you fucked me over again, and then I forgave you again. So, I think at that point, I had been through so much with her, done so much with her that I had never done with anybody else before, that I was really wanted it to work. I was fighting to try to get this relationship to fucking work. And it just wasn't working. So after she was telling me, well, I wasn't doing this, I wasn't telling her this, I wasn't telling her that, it was like, okay, now it's time for me to change, because I'm thinking it's me. She always say, oh, you need to change, okay, I'm gonna change. So, of course, we got back together. Fast forward to something just, I think once you catch something once, once you catch like someone cheating once, you know the signs when it's about to happen again. Because I gave her chance after chance after chance after chance. So it got to a point where she was essentially living with me. And not only did that almost mess up me and my mom's relationship, because I'm arguing with my mom, because I'm like, well, my girlfriend has nowhere to stay. I love this girl, I want her to stay. And then, my mom's like, oh no, because in reality, should I have let a girl stay over my mom's house when I was 19, 20 years old? No. No. I have a little sister, I have a little brother, and I apologize to both of you, but no. Thinking about it now, would I do that today at 22? Nope, I wouldn't. But at the time, I'm not thinking like that. At the time, I'm thinking, well, I'm in love. This is potentially the love of my life. So, one day, she wants me to pick her up from the movies. Because now she knows how to drive, but she doesn't have a car. So she wants me to pick her up from the movies. Okay. But something just didn't make sense, because I kept seeing a nigga name in her phone. And she assured me, oh, well, we're doing a little group thing and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. So she texts me, I'm going to the movies with my little sister. I'll text you when I'm done. Come pick me up. I'll come over, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. So, something just was not right. I'm like, man, this. We going. And I'm bringing my mama with me. So I don't even tell her that I'm on my way. I don't tell her I'm outside. So I just pull up. Bright red BMW. Pull up. Mama in the car, siblings in the back. I text her and say I'm outside. When I never told her I was on my way. I never told her, I was there until I was actually there. And she was like, oh. So she comes outside with a guy standing next to her, walking out her the movies with her. So now I'm like, okay, this makes more sense. So she gets in the car, and my mom was like, my mom already knew I was mad. So my mom was like, well, who was that? I almost said her name. My mom was like, who was that? And oh, he's my friend. We just happen to be here at the same time, blah, blah, blah. But the crazy thing about that is, she told me she was going with her sister. But then she told me she did not have a ride. But when I came to get her, her sister was gone. So how did you come to the movies with your sister? You don't got a ride home, but your sister's gone. Oh, my aunt came and picked her up. Okay. So why did she pick your ass up too? Right? Now, chat, y'all could text me and tell you if I'm tripping right now. But, I just knew something from that very moment was not right. And, I don't know. Because then it just got so much worse. It got so bad from there. Because now, all of a sudden, she's telling me about her cousin. Her cousin, that's a girl. Now she's going to her cousin's house. Okay, so every time you leave my house, you go to your cousin's house. Cool. So, not only do you not have to stay at my mom's for that long, now I take you to your cousin. Your cousin don't live that far from me. Okay, cool. So, yeah, sorry, chat. We had to take a brief bathroom break. But anyways, so I started dropping her off, and I don't know, just something was not right. I just kept feeling it. So she would never talk to me when she was over there. So she would never call. She would barely text. It was just weird. So one day she calls me, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're never gonna believe who's over here," right? And I'm like, "Who?" She's like, "So-and-so, the guy from the movies." I'm like, "For what?" She's like, "I guess him and my cousin go out." Okay. So the dude you just so happened to see at the movies a week ago, now him and your cousin go out, the cousin I've never heard of. Okay. So, she just keeps wanting to go over her cousin's house, But every time she go over her cousin's house, I would never hear from her. So, one day I'm like, man, fuck this. So I waited outside in the dark, and the dude comes and opens the door. So now I'm like, okay. So now she knew I sat there because she tried to play me. Oh, I can't believe my cousin has him in here with this game so loud, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, bro, whatever. So she keeps telling me how her cousin's birthday's coming up. And I'm like, okay. And she tells me the date. And I'm like, okay, cool. But now that I know who the dude is, I'm looking him up. And it just so happens that his birthday is on the same day of her cousin's. So of course I say something. Now all of a sudden, the dude that she seen a month ago, who now dates her cousin, now him and her cousin have the same birthday. Okay, now you must think I'm dumb. And I believe that is exactly what I said to her. Now you must think I'm stupid. So then she says, you know what, fine. You don't believe me? When I get to my cousin's tonight, I'm gonna have her call you. All right, bet. So she gets in, she's like, hey, babe, my cousin's so drunk right now, I'm about to send you a picture. So I'm like, okay. Hour goes past. 2 hours go past. I'm like, damn, where's my picture? Chat, when I tell you she went the fuck off on me, and I was so confused because why would you offer to send me a picture? Not send it. Then when I say something, you go off, that's weird. Why do you want to see a picture of my cousin anyway? See. She had her ways of fucking with my head. And that's one of the reasons why I'm just not mentally ready to do it again. Anyways, so She's like, okay, fine, meet us at the mall tomorrow for my cousin's birthday. All right, bet. But she knows I'm the type of person that's gonna say no. But this time I said yes. So I said, all right, bet. So I'm not at the mall, but I'm texting her. I'm like, where are you at? I don't see you. I'm sitting at home, but I know she's with this dude. I'm saying, where are you at? Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So, how I found out was I left my phone in her car, in my car recording. She's talking to her grandma. Mind you, her grandma knows about me, but she's telling her grandma, oh yeah, I'm going to so-and-so for so-and-so's birthday. The dude, she's talking about the dude. She's talking about the dude to her grandma while her grandma knows that me and her go together. So not only are you playing me, your family knows you're playing me too, and they're just all right with it. Okay. All right. So that was how I knew, right? So now my phone messing up and junk. They really don't want me to get this story out, huh? So that's how I knew. So I sent it to her, and she was like, "You were listening to me," and I'm like, "Yeah, because I knew," right? So fast forward to when I got the dude's number. Like I said, I'm never the type to just go off on people. So I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And I mean this open-heartedly. Anybody who know the story and is cool with that nigga or know that nigga's a bitch. Still to this day. And if I see you on my mama, I'ma smack you. But listen, he was such a asshole that he didn't even want to hear my story. Man, yo, B getting F and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, okay. I ain't gonna get disrespectful. But mind you, she got this dude cousin calling my boy in North Carolina. Like, what you got him calling my boy for? I'm confused. So she got caught up, obviously. And then the story came out. This whole time she was telling him that I was a stalker. I've been stalking her. She's been trying to get me to leave her alone for years and all this stuff. So basically our whole relationship, our whole now 2.5 years have been balled up and thrown away. Because come to find out, she had been talking to this dude the second half of our relationship, and I had just now caught it. So for a fucking year, she was bouncing between me and him and me and him and me and him. And I'm not gonna lie, still to this day, that shit fucks me up. You know why? Because I had sacrificed so fucking much for that relationship just to get slapped in the face like that. Really? All the time, all the effort, all the gifts, everything in the trash. When you could have just been honest with me and told me it wasn't working. Because I'm thinking that it's working, I'm happy, I'm telling you I love you, I'm planning my life with you. But it's a slap in the face because you telling this other dude you love him, you doing this now with another dude. And the reason for me telling that story is that situation alone took such a mental toll on me. I have a hard time trusting anybody now. I have a hard time believing what anybody has to say. I have a hard time believing people like me. I have a hard time believing people want to be my friend. Because it's so crazy, because after we broke up, I decided to give a girl from my job a chance. And I liked her so much. It was crazy. I liked her so much. But I let my past situations with my ex mess up what could have been a good thing. Yeah, she was older than me. The new girl was older than me, but she was, God bless her soul. But the thing is, I tried. And I knew what happened when I tried. I turned into this angry person that didn't believe anything anybody had to say. And still to this day, I find it very hard to believe what anybody has to say. So for anybody that has tried to talk to me or wanted to talk to me, I apologize to you. Because I'm not trying to be funny. Mentally, I can't do a relationship because my trust is fucked up. Everything. I don't want to waste any more time. I'm not looking for no short term. I'm not looking for anybody that's going to cheat. I'm not looking for anybody that's going to lie. And maybe it's just the girls in my city. I'm sorry to the girls in my city that are perfect. I'm sorry I haven't even met you. But the girls that I've come across, I just don't think that they're cut out for a real relationship. And to anybody who I've hurt by thinking that, if I said something or did something that made you think, I'm sorry. But I'm telling you this right now, I can't do it anymore. My mind is so messed up. My trust is so messed up. Do I want a relationship? Yes. Do I want to have kids eventually? Yes. Do I want to get married eventually? Yes. But I feel like that's going to take a long time. Me and her have been broken up for 2 years now, and it still haunts me to this day. I still get scared when I see her out. I still get scared when I see this. I still get scared. And then it makes me feel like shit because she moved on with her life, not once, but twice. And that's what really kind of took that big toll on me because I'm like, damn, I let you mess up my life. I'm at a standstill while you continue yours. And that's just still to this day. That's just how I look at it. My life is at a standstill. But you have continued yours. Completely forgot about little old me. But no, that sounds wrong because I'm not looking, but I'm just saying, you messed me up, but you're happy now. Because when that first happened, it made me feel like I was the wrong one. But I finally accepted the fact that I may have did some wrong things, but the bigger picture was not me. I could not always say it was me. Yeah, I loved her to death. I did. But when we broke up, it hurt. It hurt. I did not talk to anybody. I barely ate. I barely slept because it hurt. Because this is the first girl I had ever planned my life with, the first girl that ever met certain people in my family, the first girl that had ever stayed the night, first girl I had ever stayed the night with. Like, it was so many factors that it hurt. And it still hurts me to this day, but not in like I still have feelings for a kind of way, but it's just, it like when I see, the person she's with poster, or when I see this or that it hurts because you're happy and I'm sitting here. I've ruined chances with good people. I've not even given good people a chance because I'm scared. I am fucking terrified to have another relationship because I am scared of what the fuck is going to happen. Because I know for a fact that when I love somebody, I love them to fucking death. I love too hard. I was raised right. I was raised good. My mama did a great fucking job. So I know how to treat a woman. I know, I just know. But the question is any of the women out there ready for that? Because the first girl I tried to give it to, look at how that ended. So I hope that answered any questions for anybody. Like I said, anybody who you feel like I led you on, or feel like I've told you, you feel like we were gonna talk or whatever, I apologize. I don't want to hurt anybody because I know what it feels like to be hurt. So I'm telling you, if I had anybody feel some type of way, I fucking apologize. I'm sorry.
6.5 hours later.
It's another little bonus bit because my phone keeps tweaking out. Another reason why, like, and I make posts that says like every day y'all give me a reason why I don't do relationships. It just be simple stuff that y'all do. Like if I tell y'all, oh, I don't want a relationship, then I'm weird. Or if I don't show y'all the attention that I want because I want to be alone, I'm weird. Or because because I say I want a girl as a friend, that's me being weird. Or like I'm cool with hanging out with a girl, but then if I hang out with a girl, then I'm easy. I'm like, huh? See. Y'all motherfuckers be having me really, really fucked up because y'all really be thinking that some of y'all are shitting, y'all not. And that should be throwing me off. But the thing is, though, all jokes aside, I'm just better off by myself right now. And like I was saying before the video cut, I apologize to anybody that I've hurt. But I just want to thank everybody. If you made it this far through, thanks for sitting all the way through the podcast. And I'll see you guys next time. Be smooth.